We're back with the Bad Vibe podcast with Dwight and Jeremy.
I'm Dwight.
And I'm Jeremy. And this is episode 27.
Right? Yeah,
27. Which is...
It's been a while.
Yeah, we haven't done an episode in a couple of weeks because we're busy or different little things have came up, you know. Fucking life.
Yeah.
Stupid bullshit slaps you in the face every once in a while.
It's been giving me lemons, so I've been busy making lemonade.
Yeah. I make lemon meringue pie. That's what a fat optimist does.
I want to make lemon bars. I saw it on Cutthroat Kitchen.
Lemon bars?
You know, every time I watch that show, once I messed up and said Cutthroat Chicken.
That sounds way better.
Yeah, I know. And every once in a while, I'll say it again, and I'm like... Cutthroat chicken.
That should be the name of some show. Maybe not that show. Do they cut chickens' throats on there?
No.
They should.
Yeah.
I've done that before. When I was a kid, we had, my stepmom's parents lived right down the road from us. And they were, old school like a motherfucker. And every year they would get 25 chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And, or no, maybe it was 85. 85 chickens at the same time every year. Well, then they would get fat, and at the same time every year we would butcher them, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
We go in there, and there's, the big pot of boiling water, and then you, grab the chicken by its head, and you swing him over your head like a fucking rope.
Yeah, something about that is, medieval.
Very.
Medieval,
Yeah.
Because everything else is... You know, when you go to the store, you get your meat, you get your whatever, and then, sometimes people do that.
Yeah,
I need 2 pounds of hamburger meat. I need this frozen. And you're like, we're going to do it old style. And you just, fucking...
But see, for them, it was normal. It wasn't we're going to do it old school. They're we're just going to this is how you get chicken.
That's how you get McNuggets.
Yeah, exactly.
Somewhere in a McDonald's factory where they make the processed meat, little kids are grabbing chickens and swinging them.
Because you swing them over your head 6 times, and then you, snap them like a bullwhip.
Yeah.
So... Then they fall off, and you're still just holding their head. You
that doesn't seem very,
professional?
Sanitary.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Because they're going to hit the ground running, because a lot of times they do, right?
Yeah, a lot of times they run around for a little while when their head's off.
It seems like they'd have to land just right, though. Right?
Well,
because if they land on their side, wouldn't they just be, going in circles?
No, I think what it is when you do it that way, they're less likely to run around. When you chop their head off, it's so quick.
That's when
because when you swing them and do that, when their head pops off, their body slams into the ground, and that, it's not like they land on their feet.
What a way to go,
It's chopping your head off, especially if you're a chicken, probably is a pretty good way to die. Because a chicken's stupid; he doesn't know what the fuck's going on, and the next thing you know, he's dead. He's in fucking chicken heaven, whatever that's like. There's lots of grass.
You know those people that are all don't kill the cows, they're whatever, because we breed them just to eat them. They're don't kill the whatever, and don't kill this. And then, chickens, we're just there's you go to a grocery store, there's chicken fucking everywhere. Chicken and cows.
Chicken's the number one thing.
Chicken and cows and pigs.
Yeah, pigs.
And all the other animals are
oh, yeah.
They're don't do that to horses. Why?
Yeah, I know.
The cow's what the fuck?
Most people will say, that's disgusting. Eating a horse is something I would never do. And the cow's like that.
Just because they train it to do this stuff. You train cows.
You can train
cows to come over to your whistle to eat, to fatten them up, to eat them.
You could have a cow that's just like a horse, except they're not as fast, but...
Anything that they're feeding and they're making some kind of a noise, and they're just come on, eat. Eat more. I can sell you for more.
The cows are he's always feeding me. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. Look at that. He picked me out of everyone. Where are we going?
Yeah.
He's where are we going, buddy? Right? And they get there, he's ooh, look at that. That's shiny. And then, bam.
Yeah.
Well, however they do it, right? They do a little air thing through the head.
Yeah, that's one. When I was a kid, when we would, butcher a cow, it was just, a fucking 22.
Yeah.
Shake a 22 and just point blank them right in the head.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what it was, because it would put...
And they're damn it, now we gotta fucking pick them up. Right?
Yeah.
They're we should've got him in the fucking truck before we did that.
But when they shoot it right in the head, and it's a perfect hole, between their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And the blood just pours out of it, it looks fucking fake. When the blood's coming out of the
That's
little
so, sad, though, people are all but I bet he still... Yeah, I sure do fucking eat hamburger meat all the time.
It's still, you're a little, god damn.
But when you think about, the process, that's when you're That's like what Joe Rogan said about the whole people lost the, like that's why he went and you saw that thing?
Yeah, people lost the connection between meat and where it comes from.
Yeah, because they don't actually have to hunt. They're just like, I go to the grocery store and I buy 2 pounds. Sometimes I buy 3, sometimes,
And that's the problem, is a lot of people think hunting is like barbaric, but in real life, farming is barbaric. I mean, you got all these cows fucking squeezed in. Have you ever been to a feedlot? It's like they take calves when they're at a certain size, and they put them in this feedlot, and they just fatten them up, and they can't even really move. They just stand in one spot, and all they do is eat.
That's like the chicken coop thing. Do you see those things?
Yeah.
You're going to the countryside, and you see one of those big 10 buildings.
There's like 10 million chickens in it.
And it's not just one big 10 building. It's like a bunch of big, huge 10 buildings.
Over by Gonzales.
All like a football field length. It's a bunch of them. And in there it's just rows and rows of chickens in little tiny cages spitting out eggs.
That's all, yeah.
And then one day...
And I think in some places they don't...
Cutthroat chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think in some places they even do this thing where, like, they don't have a beak. Mm-hmm. Whether they take it off or they, like, genetically make it so they don't get one. Mm-hmm. A fucking chicken without a beak, that'd be fucking scary looking.
You have a pen?
I have no idea, dude.
I don't think you have a pen. Okay.
Why? Are you taking notes?
Yeah, I was going to. It's always so hard to name these things.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always have to fucking listen back, and I'm like, because I wanted to put Cutthroat Cutthroat Chicken. And if people were listening to this, they're like, hey, look, it is the title, Cutthroat Chicken. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, he must have went back and read it or listened to it.
The dumb fucks didn't forget this time.
No, I probably will, and I'll be like, damn it.
All right, did you see that thing the other day? You know that when on Facebook those fake news stories come out and all the dumbasses believe it?
Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the one that made me fucking think about
that dude?
it. Which one are you talking about?
The dude that wanted to eat the little boy?
Oh, yeah, that's...
Is that the one you want to talk about?
No, it's not, but yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, folks, this is November 1st, 2014. Just in case you're listening to this in the future.
Or past, if you listen to it in the past.
Yeah. Anyways, the other day, a few days, it might have been like a week ago. Anyways, some shit was going on Facebook, getting tossed all around. I'm sure you read it or not. But it was about this dude from Texas, I'm guessing.
I think that, it was Texas.
That he, did he eat people?
He was in prison for murder and cannibalism.
Okay. And on death row or whatever? Mm-hmm. Which Texas has that still, right?
Big time, yeah.
But the last meal thing, that still works? Someone said on there, that's not real anymore.
It isn't. No. Yeah.
Well, anyways, we're all like making it all short.
It's just, the point is, when you're on death row, the day before you die, you get your last meal, or that day you get your last meal, and pick what you want.
The day before. The day you die, you're fucking starving. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, man, why did I get my last meal yesterday? He's like, they're killing me at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm fucking hungry.
Motherfucker's got the shakes.
Yeah. But anyways, your last meal, you get to pick what you want. And on this fucking website, this little fucking link or whatever, it said on there that this guy, they asked him what he wanted to eat for his last meal, and he said a little boy. Come on. People are all like, that's sick. I can't believe that they would do that.
Well, it's not that he said it. The article suggests that they're gonna let him. The article goes on to say that they're looking to find, they have a $25,000 budget, and they're looking to find a little boy from a third world country that's sickly. So he's going to die anyway? That's what the article says.
That's fucking stupid.
And nobody in the comments said, haha, funny, it's fake. Everybody thought it was real.
They're all like, that's sick. I can't believe they would do that.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody. And I was making jokes.
Yeah, me too.
You saw the ones I put? I don't remember.
What I said was...
Oh, I said, I said, what sides did he pick? Mashed potatoes and green beans?
Yeah.
And then, I think he would go good with mashed potatoes and green beans?
Yeah, I said something to the effect of, because they said they were going to get a boy from a third world country. I'd be like, fuck that, I would demand an American boy.
Yeah.
I want some good meat, not some of that fucking malnutrition.
That'd be a little bit more fatty.
Yeah, that would be more fatty.
It'd be a little more, buttery,
You would think, if you were going to eat a person, I wouldn't want a super fat guy, but I wouldn't want somebody real muscular, and I wouldn't want somebody real skinny. I would want a medium-sized guy.
Yeah.
Like a little fat on it, but not too much. You know, he works out once a week. Not every day or nothing.
Works out? We're talking about a little boy.
No, but I'm saying if I was going to eat a person in general.
I was saying, you want some little boy working out. That's a little something different.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to watch him work out.
You're like, this little boy better be... Right? Someone's going to listen to this and be like, what the fuck? It's like, not only are you talking about cannibalism, but it's gay cannibalism.
What, is there any other kind?
Like, I bet he's going to eat his dick first.
Would you... Alright, let's say like if you were stranded somewhere and your friend was with you and he died, what would you eat first? Cheeks? I bet his cheeks would be good.
Cheeks probably would be. Butt cheeks?
No, like his cheeks.
Well, I would think
like cheek meat, like you make barbacoa tacos with. That shit hits the fucking
I would think
spot.
like the chest or something, you know? Like, something like the breast.
What about the thigh?
You know what I mean? Yeah, probably thigh. That probably would be...
Yeah, the breast is white meat, though.
That'd probably be pretty, like, tough, though, right?
I mean, you gotta admit, the ass, as long as you stay away from the hole...
Yeah.
Stay on the outside, because you get too close to the hole. I mean, you're talking about something that's had shit go through it for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a little shit flavor on it.
Probably tongue, right?
Tongue probably wouldn't be bad.
Oh, I don't know, though. Because, like, we eat some nasty shit. You know, like, tongue tastes good on animals, right?
Yeah, beef, yeah.
Yeah, but they're not eating the shit that we do.
No, but
I mean, think about, like, this guy's, like, smoking cigarettes, and he's, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if he smokes cigarettes, if he, like, takes, like, some kind of drugs, or he just, like...
He eats his girlfriend's ass twice a week.
But he just eats weird shit, and it seems like it would soak into his tongue and it'd be nasty. Especially smoking. It
would be similar to the asshole theory.
And if you can, like, kiss someone that smokes, it's disgusting.
Yeah, so if he ate somebody's tongue...
Or he dips, and it just soaks into his tongue, you're like, look at that grizzly stretch.
Yeah, it depends on what kind he dips.
And he's like, wintergreen. It's kind of a minty...
It's like a holiday flavor.
You put, like, a little chocolate ganache with it or something, you know, like... Cut it into strips.
I can tell you've been watching Cutthroat Chicken.
Yeah. Cut it into... You'd have to cut it into strips and batter them.
Oh, yeah.
Make little, like, tongue fries, you know, like chicken fries.
I'm starting to think,
tongue fries.
That sounds better than, like, what...
That sounds like it's actually pretty good. I mean, they might be a little tough.
You know what would be the best part about the delicacy?
You've eaten tongue?
Yeah, like
lengua. Is it tough?
No, it's like...
What's it called?
Lengua. That's in Spanish, how you say tongue.
What?
Lengua.
Oh, I was like, Langley? Isn't that, like...
But, it's not tough,
we don't even mention Langley. They're probably already listening to us. Anyways.
It's not tough, but it can be tough. It depends how you've cooked it. Every time I've ever had it, it's been fairly tender.
If people didn't catch that, it sounds like you've been eating human tongue. Every time I've had it.
Yeah. But no, it's a...
All right, what about the races?
Like, which race would you rather?
Yeah.
Oh, you know the hacky joke.
What?
You know, the hack would say, like, Mexicans are spicy... You know, fucking Chinese people, you're hungry as soon as you're done. I've heard that joke from more than one comedian, and it's... But no, the race, I would think
if you eat, like, white people, you know, it's like whenever you eat turkey, you're real tired after it. You probably would be, because it's a real fatty, like, lazy meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you eat white people and just... you know?
What would black people be like eating an energy bar?
It'd be something like that, I would think. It would be like a protein shake kind of thing, like a protein, yeah.
It would make, and if you were going to, like, use every part like an Indian, the black people would make a better rug.
Yeah.
Good Lord, where have we gone?
Like a jacket or something?
Somebody's going to isolate that and not show the context, and there's going to be a quote of me on Huffington Post. Jeremy said, if you ate a black person, their skin would make a good rug.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it, though. You wouldn't want some white rug. It's going to get stained easily. Right?
But you do realize, like, you're probably not going to have the opportunity to eat a black guy.
They're harder to catch.
No, not that.
What?
Because we're talking about, like...
They're harder to catch?
Yeah.
Like animals
truly,
out in the wild?
You wouldn't catch them, no. But, no, because the theory is that you're doing something and, like, shit goes bad and you're stranded. Mm-hmm. Black people don't go do shit like that. Black people don't go do dangerous fucking white people shit like bungee jumping and cave searching and all that. You're never going to get stranded.
They're not cave diving. They're at their house, on their porch.
They're either like at work or towards their house or like towards their friend's house. They're never...
It's not like... They're not in like a situation.
You never see black people that are like, hey, you want to go mountain climbing this weekend? You know what I mean? No. The guy that 127 hours, it's not just coincidence that he was white.
Yeah.
The black people were like doing their thing, you know? But yeah, I would think if I had to pick a race, like if I could just pick one, what they call race, as to what I would have to eat.
Mexican.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat white people because I'm white. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is not like I don't want to do something bad to white, but what I mean is like...
It's like feeding a cat.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I figure if I'm going to do cannibalism anyway... No, but it's not that. It's just I want to eat something that's different. I've chewed my own fingernails.
Yeah.
I've had white
the little
in my mouth.
skin that's around it. Right?
Yeah. I know what white people taste like.
Little, like when you chew your fingernails?
Yeah, I chew the fuck out of that skin.
And the little fat that's right around it, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to eat either
I chew it up into little tiny where I can't bite it anymore, and then I spit it into my finger and I roll it around in my fingers into a little ball, and then I try to flake it off somewhere.
Oh, I just usually play with it in my mouth for a while. Anyway, as soon as I said that, I felt like a homo.
And get it soggy?
I play with one piece, and then here's what I like to do, especially, this is more with fingernails.
A big piece?
No, if I got a big thumbnail that's like a big fucking...
No, I mean the big fat, like the skin piece.
I know, but I'm saying it's either one, but it's better with a thumbnail, but it's either one. Mm-hmm. And I get a big piece, I like to, with my teeth and my tongue, put it on my lip, on the outside, and just be like driving or at work or something with it just sitting there.
You know what I like to do?
I don't even know why I do that.
Stick it up between my teeth.
Yeah, I do that
now.
too. Yeah.
And leave it there where it's sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can touch it with your tongue and it's still tight in there.
Yeah. It's like pointy.
After a while, it's not tight in there because I think your saliva breaks it down or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. Because it's so hard, and then it still does that.
You know something else? This is something I never told anybody. Now I'm telling anybody that wants to listen. This is kind of a weird thing. Whenever I'll be chewing on my fingernails, especially if I'm outside, or it works better outside, I'll have a piece in my mouth of fingernail, and then I'll just spit it as I'm walking, and then I'll stop, and I'll be like, all right.
You want to find it.
Yeah, but I'm like, if somebody told me if you can find that, we'll give you $1 million, could I do it?
That'd be hard to do.
But sometimes I do. And then I'll find it, and then I'll turn away and kind of
spit like a fingernail?
Yeah, sometimes I'll find it.
If you're walking through the grass or something?
Fucking hard to find, but sometimes I'll spit it out, and I'll walk a little ways, and then I'll stop, and then I'll go back and try to find it. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. But sometimes when I do...
People are like, this guy has to get a life, right? Like, this guy walks to the grass all day spitting fingernails and trying to find
It's not all day, but I do it sometimes. Do you ever spit one out? Do you ever have a thumbnail?
You don't want to let them go.
Yeah.
But you have to.
But you chew it and you play with it in your mouth for a while, as you do. And then you end up spitting it out, and as soon as you do, you're like, fuck, that was still good. That one was still fucking good.
And then you're like, I'll just get another one. And you're like, oh, they're all out.
Then you get a little loco and you cut one too deep.
Yeah. Well, I don't do too much with the fingernails as much. I do that fat stuff a lot, though.
Yeah, I do too. I'm doing it right
especially
now.
on the corners. It's making me want to now.
I got a piece of finger skin in my mouth right now.
And we're not smokers either.
Maybe we should be. Of course,
you know what I mean? You see the smoke, yeah, but I don't. Actually, there's a lot of times I forget about my nails. And then one day, be like, oh,
especially if there's one
when
that
you've
you
been
haven't been at it.
When you've been busy.
Yeah.
But not stressed, I guess. But you've been real busy, and then you finally see them, and you're like, wow, how did I, what happened?
But they're not nearly as long as most people would look at your nails at that point and think they're way too short.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I see people, and you shake someone's hand, and you're like, holy shit, that fucking fingernail, the white part, is sticking off a fucking quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
I would love to chew that shit. I'm like, dude, can I? Right? Can I chew that? What's weird is when you see those girls that have the long,
fake ones.
The fake ones and the real ones.
The fake ones, I don't even think about. It's like, fuck it. Fake fingernails is that'd be like if I had a dildo stuffed in the front of my pants. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but the real ones are creepy.
Oh, when they're
when girls grow out their, just even if it's Amanda's.
Like an itch.
You know what I mean? I've even told Amanda. No, I mean the real ones that are just stick out and people paint them. And I was like, is that really a thing? Do girls grow out there? No, they don't. They put fake ones on.
No, but
only to go to fancy stuff.
No, but a lot of times they put fake ones on while their fingernails grow. Did you know that?
What do you mean?
They put these fake ones over their fingernails, and when they're on there, your fingernails actually growing, but that protects it. And then once your fingernail's long enough, you take the fake off, and you got real fingernails.
That's creepy.
What is their problem with the transition period?
Yeah, I know. Why?
They don't want people to know their fingernails had to grow to that length?
Yeah, they have to. See, And some people are real proud. Like, Amanda's real proud of, like,
that
her long
she
nails.
can't dial a phone, which I guess isn't really.
And she's like, and she, like, her finger has to do all this weird shit to mess with her fucking iPhone.
Yeah, she has to use the top instead of the point.
Yeah, and she's like, a lot of times I can't. That's because you're using, like, the whole flat part of your finger to touch one little thing.
Exactly.
That's why you're not good at fucking Candy Crush. That's why everybody else is double how far you are.
Exactly, because
you want some stupid ass nails. What I hated when I used to work with Dr. Pepper and I had to have an iPhone and they had to sign me out, everyone thought they had to use their fucking nails. Every time you get a girl to sign you out, you know?
Your nails are like dead. The phone don't recognize it.
Yeah, I know. And they're always trying to use their nail. And then I'm like, oh, it goes by your finger. Like, I'm using my finger. Yeah, you're using your fucking finger. But I mean, like, your actual finger, not that shit fucking sticking off of there, you know?
Fingernails are some weird thing that...
It's like a bone.
Well, no, it's like something we needed at some point in our development.
What, for like
digging or fighting, maybe?
Yeah.
Because if me and you got into like a fight right now, and my fingernails were an inch and a half long and you had none, I'd have an advantage.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean I'd win, but I'd have a very distinct advantage.
Can they use that in like
MMA and shit?
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't. I bet it ain't in the rules.
Think about sharpening them.
Just claw the fuck out of one of those guys.
Yeah, no, grab his face and his eyes.
Well, you can't grab his eyes. You can't eye gouge. I know that's against the rules.
You can grab their cheeks?
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Can you imagine the two big tough guys? And Rogan's like, he's got him in the Gucci goo. I think he's going to tap out. You know?
Oh, that's crazy. Like,
I don't know if you can grab cheeks. I know you can't poke him in the eyes, and you can't kick him in the balls, or like hit him in the balls in any way.
Yeah.
You can't poke him in the eyes, and there's one weird rule. You can't elbow him when you're standing up. But you can knee him.
What's up with that? Throwing your weight into it, maybe?
No, I'm not sure what it is because it's some weird rule. I heard Rogan talk about it before, but you can knee them. Like if you were running at me trying to tackle me on the ground to get me in like a hole.
You can kick them though.
You can't kick them when they're laying on the ground.
You can't kick them when they're down?
No. But you know.
Yeah, but alright, think about it though. When they're running at you, you can just fucking straight up kick them in the face.
Yes.
Because I've seen that on some movies.
Which would, could kill. I mean.
That's crazy that's okay, but kneeing them.
No, you can knee them.
Well, even when they're down?
Dude, I seen it one time.
You can kneel. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you could really
I don't know if you can knee when they're down.
But maybe you can't elbow them when you're down?
No, maybe that's what it is. Maybe,
no, you can't elbow when you're standing up.
No. I think you can't elbow them when you're down. You can't elbow.
You can't, elbow down like they did it in wrestling.
Yeah, you can't,
You can't jump from the top ropes and elbow.
Yeah. But I did see a guy one time run up the cage, run 2 steps on the cage, and then kick a guy.
That's fucking crazy.
I saw it, I kept seeing the replay, and I was like,
what would probably
that looks
make me
fucking Spider-Man.
What would probably make me, pass out or get knocked out even more is the thought that his foot just touched me.
Oh, no.
Because I hate feet.
How would you like to be 69 in him? That happens all the time.
They do some gay shit.
They'd be 69 for 44 minutes.
Yeah, people are all like,
he's got him in a good hold. Yeah, good hold for both of them, I guess.
Rogan's like, get in there.
Yeah.
Get in there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Work your nose up in his asshole.
And then, that's whenever you have that moment where you kind of, sit back and you realize, what's really going on here?
What the fuck am I watching?
You're like, these two guys are pretty much blowing each other.
Yeah.
This other guy's, cheering both of them on, I guess.
A guy in a fanny pack's cheering on 2 guys blowing each other.
Everybody in the stands is going for at least one of them. they're going for one of them.
Exactly.
And they're like, yeah. And then we're like, what are we doing? They're in some cage. They're in a weird-looking cage.
It's not round or square.
No, it's a weird-looking cage.
We want round and square.
Is there a dude in there with him? There's a dude
ref,
there, right?
Yeah.
Does he ever get hit like they used in wrestling?
He's never looking when the other guy's team helps him.
Yeah, he's always distracted by someone, and then the other guy brings a chair out. It would be cool if they threw weapons every once in a while.
Dude, I would never miss a UFC.
All right, because these guys, I would watch it then.
If somebody had a baseball bat wrapped with barbed wire.
What is it called? UFC? It's
UFC.
Yeah, what's it stand for? The Ultimate
Fighting Championship.
And that's not the main one, right?
No, that is.
It's the main one, but it's there's others, and that's gay.
No. It's
right?
No. It's the biggest one. It's like the NFL.
Yeah, but there's other ones. It's funny.
But there's almost not.
It's kind of like back when there was the NFL and
the XFL.
No, the AFL.
Before they combined.
Back when it was the National
when
Football
they were actually
League, right?
two different leagues.
And the American Football League.
Yeah, but now they're still both of those, but they're in the same thing. Now they're just different conferences.
Because it used to be like two different Super Bowls?
It isn't like... UFC is the
Was it two different Super Bowls? Or that was just the winners of
they
this?
each had a championship game. Their own championship game. It wasn't called Super Bowl. And then
How long ago was that?
Oh, like 670 something when they merged. They were two completely different leagues.
That's why we're still like in the 40s.
Well, look.
Right?
Yeah, because they just started doing Super Bowls 40-something years ago.
You know, when they're like Super Bowl, and you see XXXX.
It's,
you know, like, and you're like, really?
I like when it's a weird one, like XVIQ, you know? Like, nobody knows what that one means.
Sometimes?
No, I don't. I think they've only had X's.
What? All right, X is 10, but what's the symbol for, like, 50? Is there one?
Like M or something?
Really?
M is something. I don't know if it's 50. 50 isn't 5 X's.
Is there a Z or something?
Maybe.
It seems like it would be a Z for, like, 50 or something.
Now, you know what it seems like? Seems like the number the number system we use is better, so fuck that one.
You can really get along with it and just use 2 digits. Instead of put all these fucking letters up there.
I mean,
like, you confuse the shit out of everybody. Like, oh yeah,
PRX.
Can't wait till the Super Bowl.
What's that, the radio station that's coming on?
Yeah, that's...
fucking WKRP?
I'm like, AM, right?
It's fucking stupid. But no, the UFC is like... It's one of the biggest sports in America now. It's like getting up there. Mm-hmm. And there are other fighting things, but none of them are nearly as big. Mm-hmm. And I think UFC might even own one of the ones that's right under them.
Really?
So
they can just combine it.
Well, no. Well, what's good for them is when a guy comes up that looks like he's going to be pretty good, but he's not real good yet, and he's fighting in that, well, then you know you're going to get him when he gets better.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I'm just talking
shit. It's kind of like the minor leagues.
Yeah, but I don't know how that works.
Right? It's kind of like...
In my opinion.
Like you go to the A's. Oh, the A's aren't anything anymore, are they?
They're a baseball team.
They're not like anything good, though, right?
I don't know. They've had a couple of good years here and there.
I don't like baseball. I mean, if you're betting on it, it's fucking exciting.
Well, why are they called the A's? Was the Bees taken?
The Athletics?
Yeah, like they wanted to be called the Bees. Like,
is that what they are? Or is that someone else?
No, they're the Athletics, the A's.
That seems like they're just like a practice team.
It seems like it's a team somebody made up on a
You know what I mean?
Madden.
Yeah, it seems like a default. like when
the
you're
Tiburon Sharks.
Yeah, whenever you're trying to someone out there is all like
Yeah, Tiburon. That's the town that they do EA Sports in.
Oh, that's why it's that?
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, bring up your shit again.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about that dude that wanted to eat a little boy.
Yeah, but no, the one that
and what I had said, hold on. What I had said on there...
potatoes and gravy.
No, after that was, maybe they just, like, take it wrong. Maybe he was like, I'm so hungry, I can eat a little boy.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Like, I'm so hungry, I can eat a little boy. And they're all like, damn it, he wants a little boy. All right, we'll see what we can do.
He's like, dude, I just wanted a fucking pork chop.
He's like, shit, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do it. He's like, I was making a joke.
But do you think he's going to fuck the little boy first?
They're like,
I would.
I wonder when they get to it, and they're like, all right, how do you want him cooked? Or how would you like him prepared? Right? And
he's like, lingerie. And
he's sitting there, yeah, but they're like, how would you like him prepared? He's like, hold on. Can I get a couple minutes with him? They're like, well, why the fuck not, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to eat him. You might as well let him fuck.
They're like, at least he'll probably add some juices so it helps him cook, right?
I think if I did fuck the little boy, I then wouldn't want to eat it. Like, can you give me another little boy?
But what if they're like,
this one's soiled.
You know how whenever you go somewhere and they say, especially when it's someone like shitty, like a restaurant, where they say, cooked to perfection, or prepared to perfection. You know what I mean? Like, I think TA says that shit.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
But they're like, cooked to perfection. What the fuck ever. Some guy out back there, he got a fucking hairnet. And
you know how I know it's not cooked to perfection?
What?
I used to cook there.
You used to, not TA.
No, I know, but at a restaurant.
You used to cook at a restaurant. You used to cook to perfection.
Yeah. I had no education in cooking whatsoever. I washed dishes for a long time, and then eventually they're like, you want to make 10 cents more?
You also washed to perfection. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You cleaned floors to perfection.
I fucked off and threw shit on the roof.
At the same place, I bust tables to perfection.
What I want to say, I tell people this as often as I think of it. If you ever see the movie Waiting, is that what it's called, right? With Dane Cook and all that? If you see that movie, you're like, oh, that movie's pretty good, but that's outrageous. Mm-hmm. They're downplaying what it's like at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. It's like that, but crazier.
It's actually like, I mean, they make a show of it. There's so much stuff that happens just, and you're all like, you drop like a chicken fried steak, just throw it back in the fryer later.
You really do wash it.
You know what I mean? You're like, hey, I dropped this chicken fried steak. You just rinse it off and throw it back in the fryer later.
Exactly. You really do that.
So if you eat a chicken fried steak, there's probably about a 15% chance it fell on the floor. What happened?
Oh, no, my wife said, will you bring me a soda?
She knows we're casting some pods, right?
Yeah, but she doesn't... It's like she doesn't think... Anyway, it's not important.
Well, anyways. Yeah.
But no, that movie Waiting, though, it's... Everything that they showcase in that movie is stuff we really did. Remember Eating by the Dumpsters?
Yeah.
And like
It
the
really
weird little gay game.
There was a certain little spot around a building that we would piss on a little tree.
And that tree's huge.
When I started, the tree was like decent size, but it had already been growing. Y'all started pissing on it was like a sprout or not even there. Right?
When I started, it was not even 3-4 inches high. It looked like a weed.
And then eventually it just kept growing. It turned into a tree.
A humongous tree.
Like it's probably like pretty thick.
Yeah, this was I started working there in 2002.
Yeah, and I started in 2004, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I think it was like a sophomore.
So this is like 12 years ago.
Anyways, you were going to bring up that shit about the
other
internet.
The other fake news story that I saw that actually made me think of it. Alright, ever since fucking President Obama has been in office, the people who are like scared that a black guy's in charge, and I mean obviously if you think he's really truly in charge, you're dumb anyway, but there's been this shit about the government is going to put fucking chips in us so they can control us.
Gosh, people are like, I ain't doing it. They ain't going to put it in me, right?
About at least 3 or 4 different times it's came up big on Facebook where there's this thing saying the government is going to put...
yeah, they've been putting down on Facebook through the years.
Yeah, it's... Anyway, hold on. I got to text this shit. Anyway, so... I keep trying to talk and text at the same time.
Yeah,
basically. But anyway, so there was one the other day that came on, and it was saying that when you get your Ebola vaccination, it's gonna put the a little RFDI chip in you.
I didn't see this.
Oh, dude, I thought I sent it to you. And it's gonna put this little chip in you, and then they're gonna be able to track you and shit. All right. Well, that's just stupid, and a lot of people believed it, and they were saying, no, you can't. And they're like, in the Bible it says that's the mark of the beast, and they're going to put it and all that. One guy, this is the guy that I found the dumbest. He's like...
People always bring the fucking Bible in this shit.
They think everything has to do with the Bible. One guy said, he's like, I'll show them. I'll buy my Ebola vaccinate. Now, first of all, never mind. First, you're stupid, okay?
Yeah.
But he's like, I'll buy my Ebola vaccination, take it home, and then run it through a strainer so that the vaccination goes through, but the chip doesn't. And then, so I'll still get the Ebola vaccination, but the chip won't be in me. Okay, so you trust the vaccination that you claim to have knowledge certainly has a chip in it? You think the vaccination?
You're gonna run it through some dirty ass strainer at your house?
A coffee strainer? What the fuck is he gonna do?
What's he gonna put it in, and then shoot it into his body when it's been going through this?
Not only that, you claim to know that there's a chip in it, but you think, well, the juice is still good. Just got to take the seeds out. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
I was like, what? I didn't even respond to the guy. I was just like, God damn, that guy's got it bad. You know?
Some people are just really stupid.
But they'll believe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I keep getting these fucking texts. I don't know. But they'll believe.
Does she know we're doing this?
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, they'll believe like any little thing that comes up. They'll believe that these are the people that are like anti-government. They don't believe anything the government says. But if they see a random post on Facebook, they think it's like the absolute truth. Mm-hmm. Where does that?
There's a lot of people that get their news from Facebook. You know, they're just like, they're like, oh, well, what's going on today? They go through Facebook, it tells them what the fucking weather is, all this shit, and then all of a sudden, like, they see some shit about Obama, and they're like, look at that. He's not even from America. You know, and then, like, look at that. He said he wouldn't show his birth certificate, and it's all kinds of shit, and you're like, what the fuck, right? Because it's like constantly, like, people are finding this fake shit on Facebook.
Like I said, they'll be like, the government lies, everything here's a lie, so they don't believe it, which is fine, they're right. You shouldn't believe anything you hear without checking on it. But then they see a random post from a, like, it'll be the name of a site that sounds kind of like a real one, but one letter's off. It'll be like the Washington Post. Instead of Post, it's like P-A-S-T. I guess that'd be past. But, or it's like the Washington W-O-S-A. Anyway.
The Washington Post with an E?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. And they'll believe whatever it says, no matter how outrageous.
Yeah.
But they won't believe, like, the simplest... It's the same thing with religion. These people will believe that all these animals got on the boat and that the snake told stories and that God was striking people down and all this stuff. They believe all of that. But then if you tell them, like, something that's provable about, like, scientific theories that are fairly well provable, like gravity, or the sun, where it is, and how far we are, and what goes around what, they won't believe you. And there's at least some evidence to back that up, but they will believe something with no evidence. I've never understood that.
Like the hoax. The hoax stuff, like this guy's dead.
Those, but those are running their course, because now, anytime somebody dies, everybody's like, checks first.
Yeah, because, all right.
Because there's been too many fake ones.
Because with, I know, like, everyone's always dying now, right? Like, just like with the,
Did you just say everyone's always dying now?
No, I mean, they're always, like, they're finding somebody that's like, you're like, really?
Like
like
famous
that
people?
person? No, but like Betty White or whatever.
She's dead?
No, I saw a thing came on the thing. I know, and I was all like, she died.
Yeah.
I was like, she's about fucking time. She's like 96.
She hasn't been good on nothing since the 80s.
Yeah, everybody's fucking. It's like a hipster shit now.
Yeah,
everybody's
it's like
all
cool
fucking.
to think she's hot or whatever.
Yeah, or that she's funny and all that stuff. That she's that's fucking stupid. Shut up, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways. There was a thing saying that she died or whatever, and people were like, oh, and I was like, yes. I was like, good, finally. The Betty White shit's gonna be over with,
Yeah.
But no. She dyed her hair. She dyed her hair, and someone got it all mixed up or something. No, someone's just like, she died, I can use this. She dyed her fucking hair.
That's really what it was.
Yeah.
It's like Betty White died, ...
Her hair, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that one's funny, but whenever I heard about the...
Remember when it was Paul Walker died, ... in a fiery crash?
And people were like, really? He wouldn't die in a car wreck. He's in car movies.
It did seem a little fake.
It did? Yeah.
You're telling me the dude off Fast and Furious died in a car wreck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That'd be like if Rambo died in a fucking jungle shootout.
Yeah, I know. You're like...
Sylvester Stallone.
I was like, yeah, I know. Right? That's like if Arnold Schwarzenegger died, like...
by a robot that got sent back in the future.
Yeah, by a liquid... like by... What was he, like Mercury or something?
Yeah, if some Mercury fucking, like, liquid metal fucking bad guy that looks like a cop kills the Terminator...
Yeah, and I'm all like, damn, I like his movies. Yeah, you're like...
Yeah, that would be fucking funny. But, it was...
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger killed by a man from future and from 2046 or whatever. Remember we had the 2046 Terminators on...
a football team?
That was pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, so there's that, but whenever I heard Robin Williams, I was like, nah, it's fucking fake. We were in El Campo Walmart.
The Robin Williams one really seemed fake.
When I saw it, I was like, yeah, he killed himself. I'm like, I don't know the guy. Why would he fucking kill himself, So I was just like, it's fake. I was telling Amanda, it's probably fake. No, it's really real. Yeah, everybody said that shit about the other guys, too. You never remember the ones that ended up, I remember Paul Walker, everybody was saying it, and I was like, he didn't fucking die. I was telling people, I was like, he didn't fucking die. And they're like, no, really.
I saw
they're always like, Fox is saying it. They're like, Fox is talking. Yeah, on Facebook, you can still put Fox dot whatever, and it looks like it's real just because it says Fox.
Mm-hmm.
But he really did die. But I mean, I wouldn't go to his fucking funeral. I didn't see him dead.
He's got movies coming out.
He's still got another one.
Dude, there's a new movie coming out with, what's that one fat dude that's a good actor that likes heroin? He's dead. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
There's a new movie coming out with him.
Yeah, he's been dead for a while.
Yeah, that one's been in a can.
He died last year. Well, see, he was in the Hunger Games Part 2. And I think he was like supposed to be in part 3 and 4.
He clearly wasn't participating in Hunger Games.
You know what I mean? He was supposed to be in 3 and 4. Yeah. But he wasn't one of the upper people that was.
I don't know.
You know? But he was supposed to be in the next ones, and like he died, so I don't know how.
You think in the movie they'll just write it in that character died from a heroin overdose?
They might just like, because the way the other one ended, I don't remember how part 2 like ended, like with
Dustin
with that.
Kind of play his part, right? Dustin, our cousin, he doesn't really look like him, but he's kind of got the same.
I don't know. I doubt it, dude. I don't think they're gonna use our cousin.
He's not much of an actor.
I mean, I'm not like, they might. Yeah, he's not an actor. It's not like he's in some stuff and they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
He's like an ex, like.
He used to be a preacher, now he's some kind of type of male nurse.
He's an ex-preacher, now currently a male nurse.
I don't know which of his jobs requires more dick
like
sucking, but...
Hurricane Alley. You know, he's
tornado.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
A tornado blew his house south towards where he should be living anyway. He didn't take the hint and built a new house.
That's ridiculous.
It wasn't a freak thing.
He wants more Oklahoma, right?
Well, it wasn't a freak thing that a tornado went through there. They do every year.
Yeah, they're not just like... Whoop.
It wasn't a rogue storm.
In 10 more... Even if it was... In 10 more years, we're going to have another one. Don't build a house there. Why would you be like, oh, well, at least we're good for 10 more years.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a 10-year thing.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's a couple times a year.
If you live in Oklahoma...
It's not like it's one day a year. It's days a year. We never have fucking tornadoes around here.
There's like a tornado season, like time of the year for a couple, like, say, 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Conceivably, you could get one right through where your house is every day for 3 months. It could happen. The clouds line up right.
Yeah, it could.
Like, I mean,
there's
well,
like,
guess we'll rebuild. Guess we'll rebuild.
Yeah, it's always like in Moore, Oklahoma, right? It's always something like you're like, oh gosh, am I supposed to feel sorry and send money to these dumb fucks and keep fucking building houses? I mean, like seriously. I mean, come on.
That being said, we do live in a place where hurricanes hit sometimes, but
yeah.
The house I live in is like 100 years old, and it was here when there was a hurricane that hit here in the 60s that was like one of the worst hurricanes ever. The house I live in withstood it.
Wasn't there another one in the 90s or 80s or the 90s?
In the 80s there was
Real
Hurricane
bad?
Alicia, but I'm talking about fucking Hurricane whatever in the 60s. 1960, I can't think of the name of it now. It was a girl name. But anyway, like they can be bad, especially if you're right on the coast.
Oh shit, we gotta...
But they're not, I don't know. Anyway, people in Oklahoma need to move somewhere else. That's basically what I want to get.
And our cousin and his 2 kids and his wife live there, and they're fucking idiots. I mean, come on, don't go that. Don't do that. Come on, don't do that. But anyways, this has been a good podcast here, I think. A long one, anyways.
Yeah.
Right at 43 minutes. So we're gonna say farewell and adieu. But yeah, this will be it though. Episode 26.
27.
Right? 27. Sorry. This is episode 27.
Yeah.
And then stay tuned for episode 28. But this is it?
Yeah, we're done.
All right, yeah. See y'all later. Pterodactyl.